Welcome to CR Nuts Motorsports. My name's Ken. On this episode, Casey's going to continue with the RM250, replacing the head gasket. He goes into great detail about how it's done and what he found, which is pretty surprising. And I'm to blame because I'm the one that put it on. So anyway, let's follow along with the adventure and see what he comes up with.
So we're here on the mobile phone. I'll kind of show you around the shop really quick. Essentially what we got is I got a laptop set up with a webcam, so camera on camera. What we're going to be working on down here is we got the new head gaskets, and then we also got this union joint that we will be replacing as well. I'll kind of show you those details. But going over to the bike, so what we got on here is right in here. It's kind of hard to see. Let's see if we can zoom in. See how we kind of got some water buildup right in here, just a little bit. And it's nothing too terribly much, but just enough to kind of make it annoying. And it's been a really good bike, so we're going to go ahead and rip into it, and then I'll show you that union joint. And right here, this union joint, that's not quite supposed to just move off and on like that. So since we're in here, we're going to go ahead and replace all that. We'll go from there. I don't need to drain the gas tank, but I kind of topped it off last time I was riding, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Open up the valve, let it drain out. So that's doing that, we'll go ahead and take off the seats. We're going to go ahead and we will take off this latch. We're going to pull off the side fender bolts. We'll get that kind of exposed. We'll lift the gas tank off, and then what we're going to have to do is drain the radiator in here because, you know, the water level is going to be higher than the gasket. We don't want all that flowing into there. Okay, this is going to be like Christmas. Let's see what we got. Starting to see it. Hey, top it looks really good, but kind of place that in orientation. Look right there. See right there? Come on, camera. Right? Have it squished and in the stud. I bet that's where it was leaking. Oops. Top of the piston. I mean, besides a little bit of gunk. Come on. And that wasn't in there, it just fell in from the things. Okay, that kind of explains it. Show you the spark plug. So that union joint, this is what it's supposed to look like with that brass fitting, and this is what we got. The brass fitting's gone. Here's the part number, OE 99 RM 250. Vice grips and rip it out. Ah, got it. I don't need everything in this kit. I'm just being really careful because all I want is that gasket and that gasket. Okay, I have the service manual on this one. What we're going to do is we're going to look up the torque specs. So part of here is the cylinder head nuts, and they want 18 pounds. I do not have a torque wrench that will do that, so we're going to calibrate. So a little bit of Loctite, 12 head nut. So we're going to go in a star pattern. Just kind of get them going. Feels like 18. Okay, so spark plugs. I cleaned this one off. We were pretty good, but I do have a whole bunch of other ones we use for projects. Just kind of comparing. You can tell we use that on some different bikes. They're both 7s. Okay, and just looking at the differences on them. I don't see anything too terribly wrong with this. This electrode's a little burned down, so since we're here, I'll keep this one. This one's a known good one, so I'll just drop it back in the pack. I'll just kind of mark it, and then we'll go with this one. I'll see if I can't clean up the blue paint. We'll go from there. Alright, spark plug talk. Paint's still on there. Engine paint's awesome. Nothing's gonna touch it. So we'll just lace this new one in here. .21mm. Not as much as I'm gonna go. Snap it, it's on. Ooh. Okay, we're gonna do the union joint. I got a deep freezer, so it's been in there for a couple minutes. Just putting just a tiny bit of Loctite on it, not to seal the joint, just to get it in there. Then we're going to persuade it in ever so gently. That should do that. Drop the lower hose back on. You're good. You're good. You're on. You're on. You're on. Should stop leaking. We'll put gas tank and fenders back on. That's where we're at. And we'll fill up the radiator and purge the air out and crank it up and things of that nature. The work's done. Last thing we're gonna do is see, we got a nice even bend. It's not crimped. It's lubed up. Yeah. Super clean. So the whole point, because the joint's right there, I'm trying to get it right above the lip so it fits. We have a nice even bend. It's not kinking. You know, I can move it so it has some little bit of room. All we're going to do now is fill it up with gas, get some antifreeze because we got to fill up the radiator. We'll go from there. Okay, just ran to the store. We got some fluids. Let's go ahead and top this thing off, and then we'll do the radiator fluid and gas, and we'll fire it up and see where we're at. Drink up, little guy. Alright, let's come down here. We see the line's empty. Open the pepcock. Perfect. Let's put the boots on and start it. It runs good, but God, is it smoky in here. Okay, now we play the waiting game. 2 or 3 days, will it decide to leak again? Or not, but it fired, it runs. No visual leaks. Just the way it was before. I think that's what the intent is, really, except better. Alright, stay tuned, click like, hit subscribe. Catch us on YouTube, CR Nuts Motor Restorations. Motorcycles included.